Hello everyone, in today's video we will be learning chemical reactions and equations. This topic is going to be very interesting, so I suggest you to watch the video till end. Before starting the chapter, I just want to give you some examples which you encounter in day-to-day life. The first example is you would have observed that your mom making curd from the milk, right? And the second is you might have observed that the iron which you have kept outside your house or anywhere which is more exposed to moisture and also atmosphere would have changed its color, right? So nothing but iron acquiring rust. It is also an example of chemical reactions that which you see in your day-to-day life, right? And many biological process, if you consider respiration, that also you can consider it as a chemical, an example for a chemical reaction, correct? So by hearing these examples, can you define what exactly chemical reaction is? Yes, so chemical reaction is nothing but it's a chemical change where one substance will convert into another substance, okay? And always this chemical reaction will be accompanied by certain characteristics. And which are those characteristics? See, I have written on the board. So if any reaction is happening, which means it has got certain characteristics, like you can absorb a change in color in that reaction, or evolution of gas will take place, or a change in temperature will happen, or a formation of precipitate will happen, okay? So these are all the characteristics which the chemical reaction is accompanied with, okay? So now let us study about a chemical equation. So far we studied about, so you got to know what is chemical reaction and its characteristics, right? So now how are you going to represent this chemical reaction? For that, we have something called a chemical equation. So chemical equation is a symbolic representation of a chemical reaction in the form of symbols and formulas, where you'll be writing the reactants entities on your left hand side and the product entities on your left hand side. So that I'll explain in brief what exactly products mean or what exactly the reactants are. So let us understand this by considering one example. We can take one magnesium ribbon and we can burn in the presence of oxygen, okay? So what could be the reaction? I mean, after some time you could notice a white powdered form which would have fallen down, okay? And that is nothing but a magnesium oxide, because you are burning a magnesium in the presence of oxygen, okay? So let me write it, okay? So magnesium white you are burning in the presence of oxygen, okay, or atmospheric air. So what you are getting? You are getting a white powder called magnesium oxide, okay? So this is gonna happen when you do that. So can we represent this chemical reaction like this? No, right? We can't write like complete in set of words or letters, right? So for that, what we do is we represent this chemical reaction in the form of equations, okay? So that only we call it as a chemical equations. So you know, right, magnesium has got a symbol or a chemical symbol of what? Mg, right? And oxygen being O2, correct? And magnesium oxide, what is the formula of magnesium oxide? It is MgO, okay? So this we can consider it as a chemical equation, fine. So coming about reactants and product, you can see that magnesium and oxygen has been written on the left hand side, okay? So these two substances or chemical substances which are taking part in the chemical reaction, you can term them as reactants, okay? And resultant which has been produced because of the reaction of between these two reactants, you can call this as a product, okay? And this arrow mark will indicate you the direction of reaction, that it is a forward reaction. And suppose if I write an arrow mark like this, which means the products are gonna convert into reactants upon getting some conditions, so that I will discuss about this later, fine. So this is all about the chemical equation. Now in chemical reactions we have balanced chemical equations and skeletal chemical equations, okay? So now if you see here, magnesium, oxygen, and you got, like when you combine magnesium and oxygen, you got magnesium oxide, right? So do you think this is a balanced equation, which means whatever the number of atoms which you are taking for the reaction is same as in the product? If you see here, No, right? Because here if you see magnesium, we have one atom and here also one, fine. But oxygen, if you see here, we have got two atoms, but here it is only one atom, right? So the reaction in which the atoms or chemical substances are not balanced or not equal in reactant and product side, we can term this as a skeletal equations. Okay. On other side, the balanced chemical equation means it is a chemical equation in which the total mass of an element which is present on the reactant side is equal to the total mass of the elements which are present on the product side. Okay, so this we call it as a balanced chemical equation. So if I just write 2 and 2 over here, it will become a balanced chemical equation. I'll explain you how I wrote this and how to balance the chemical equations. I'll be explaining. Fine? Yes. So now my question is, why do we have to balance this chemical equation? So what is the need for it? Yes, in order to justify the law of conservation of mass, we will be balancing the chemical equations, as it tells you that the mass can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another form, as it also tells that the total number of mass of elements which are present on the reactant side should be equal to the total number of mass of elements which are present in the product side. Okay, so in order to justify this, we will be balancing the chemical equation. So now let us study how to balance the chemical equation by considering few examples. So the next topic, which is balancing the chemical equations, will be learning in part 2 video. If you find this video useful, please like, share and not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.